welcome your 2026 New York Jets.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
One of the classiest quarterbacks in the NFL, and always in a difficult position because he has the skills to be a starter, but there's usually a youngster behind him that they're grooming and they want on the field. But when given an opportunity to be the guy, he's led teams to the playoffs, and he's also gone to the Pro Bowl. A great combination of arm and legs, not to mention a brilliant mind.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they'll take that 14 yards on play number one.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can match too.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team is capable of.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In motion, the tight end. They go play action with Taylor. That is caught by Mitchell. He's got a Jets touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you can get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Able to slither by. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From the gun, here's Stafford. To the pitch and catch, good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Tackled by Jarvis Brumley. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
On the play.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
And 3 at the Jets' 23-yard line.
Smith in motion right. They run off tackle right with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2 yards still to go, third down now. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Taylor will throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Now he's going to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Taylor. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here's Taylor. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The Folks kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Gets around it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
40-yard line.
Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They try the left side here with Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to send them under the 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Recovered by the Rams.
Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Second down and 3. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams with his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams will add to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. Now Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's second and 10. Now Taylor. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And that's that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Up the middle, it's Williams. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Trying to take this home, no way. Yeah, he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He's taken down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New England. Off the play fake, it's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business
inside the 30-yard line.
Patriots.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Bucs' 11-yard line.
It is second and 6. Once more, it's Henderson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face third down. Douglas in motion. Third and short. And here is May. And he can't get away. Down he goes back to the 16.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. Pull up more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
These These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That's caught aside by Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On second down, Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have a Buccaneers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Mayfield. Down inside the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop 45 seconds to go until halftime. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Irving. Whoa! Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead.
Patriots 3,
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. Here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds and stops the clock as well.
You want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
On 1st and 10, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. New England going to take their second timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Patriot first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. The Pats will stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll go play action with May. He's got it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hanson, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He's inside the 40, inside the 20, and they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series. They've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Patriots 3. Chase McLaughlin to
Here's
kick off
McLaughlin
for the
now.
Buccaneers.
After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. To throw now, May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henderson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They quickly out to Diggs. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 45-yard line.
spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. May gonna look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
7 yards.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he will have a Patriots first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
A pickup of 2 yards.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Drake May. Touchdown, New England.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
So now May and the Patriots going to line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line
Now
up for a
May.
2-point conversion.
Flush to his right, and he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. To return is Tucker. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They send Evans in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. That's complete into Mecca Ibuka. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They go play action with Mayfield. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and the first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense,
and he's got another one. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Patriots 11.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
At the 35-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. On the give, it's Henderson. He'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and 3.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And with that run Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And the Patriots.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. It comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
They run on the jet sweep. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Baker to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there. fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
He's got room at the 30. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Bucs will take their first time out. Talk things over before third down. So a big spot looming here for Andres Borregales. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool, he's calm, he steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime.
Chase McLaughlin to
Four
kick off
quarters
for the
could
Buccaneers.
not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down side of the 25-yard line. Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Complete to number 8, Stephon Diggs. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a tumble. It's 2nd down.
Smith on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Patriot ball carrier. He was brought down by Devontae David. A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New England.
For a Patriots first down. A gain of 11.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 more
That's
yards.
a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
11 more yards.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
First down, Patriots.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. From out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
4 yards.
New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
First down.
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on first or second down. Like, the issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. Off the bootleg. Here's May. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
Patriots.
Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40, that one. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's Irvin. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Godwin working the right side. He's taken down just shy of the 10. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. They send Godwin in motion. On first down is Mayfield. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And they have done it! Matching touchdown here in OT. And now they'll have a chance to win with a 2-point conversion.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for 1 to extend the game. And an exhale there. 3-point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Should be marked down up around the 33. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw now. May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down. So they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Irvin. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3.
And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds to go. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Baker. Now he'll air one out. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Again, it's Henderson. And they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on third down is May. And it's caught right side by Henry. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New England.
A gain of 12.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. That was in a critical situation. There is no doubt where I'm going.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. It's Otten in motion. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 25, it's second and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
13 yards. yards on
It's
the
a
play.
pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 37.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka.
10 more yards. Complete to Emeka Ibuka. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Patriots' 40-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he's gonna be knocked down hard behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Here's third and 2. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. He'll go. Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Give. This is Irving. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Caleb Chason on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 9. Right back to Irving, and he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
21-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. And the Bucs are going to move out in front. So a win here for the Buccaneers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for